All right, let's get to these final two stories really quickly, and then we'll run through some more IMs and we're out of here. Okay, so in one of the WikiLeaks emails, one of the very distasteful and frankly just fucking moronic things that Hillary Clinton did say was that basically environmental activists who want to end fossil fuel extraction need to quote unquote get a life. It's an interesting frame that people out there, every part of the optic is disgusting, right? You're sitting at an investment bank, you've gotten paid an exorbitant amount of money, and then people who, in a year probably make less than a fourth of what you're getting paid for that speech because they've dedicated their lives to saving the future viability of life on planet Earth. You're saying they need to get a life for advocating the bare scientific minimum to address the crisis. Not a great look. And I have no problem joining everybody else in finding the comment stupid, disgusting, repulsive, pathetic, and wrong. Also, a profoundly dumb reason to throw the election to Donald Trump. I think that the only difference between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump with this regard is that she actually does have some good environmental policies and understands some of the science of it. The other difference would be that Donald Trump would call environmentalists losers, not having based any conversations had with them. He would just call them losers, period. But Nancy Pelosi actually had a decent sort of explanation of what that sort of radically stupid comment in an offensive context should mean for voters. This is on State of the Union with Nancy Pelosi.
Issues. Hillary Clinton campaigned this week with former Vice President Al Gore in Florida, hoping to appeal to voters who care a great deal about the environment and about climate change. But we know now from a hacked email from WikiLeaks that in a private meeting with labor unions, Hillary Clinton appears to have said this in a meeting with labor unions about environmental activists. Hillary Clinton, quote, "They come to my rallies and they yell at me and, all the rest of it. They say, will you promise never to take any fossil fuels out of the earth ever again? No, I won't promise that. Get a life, I think this is one of the reasons why there have been enthusiasm issues with Hillary Clinton is that get a life, that's kind of a harsh statement to say to environmentalists.
Well, when I was speaker, my flagship issue was climate and energy independence. And so the fact is you cannot go to a place where you say we're never taking another fossil fuel out of the earth, although we'd like to, with renewables, get to a place like that. But there are plenty of uses for fossil fuels that have nothing to do with degrading
Right, but you don't talk that way. You don't, and even behind closed doors, I would have a tough time imagining you saying about environmentalists, get a life.
But the point is not this. The point is not should we take fossil fuels out of there. The point is this. The Republicans have been in total denial about the climate crisis that we are facing. Total denial. For decades, they have opposed any enforcement or even study of the Kyoto Agreement, to go back to the 90s, Montreal Agreement, and the rest of that. They are in denial of science and fact in relationship to many things, including the issue of climate change. So I think that if you want to talk about a contrast on these things, I think it's stunning that the Republican Party, a party that made great contributions to the environmental protection of our country, some great environmentalists, starting with Teddy Roosevelt, and now we have a Republican Party that rejects all science, fact, and data.
So that's the argument you would make to an environmentalist who comes to your office and says, I'm concerned that Hillary Clinton is saying get a life about us behind closed doors.
Well, it's in other words, I am a progressive Democrat in the Congress, and I'm never good enough for the far left. And so, I understand that. But that is their role. They are advocates, and they must be relentless, persistent, and dissatisfied. That plays an important role for our country. And
first of all, she's exactly right about the role of activists in transforming the political context. Number two, Hillary Clinton also, again, let's be real here, she's talking to a group of labor guys, and they might resonate with a comment like that. You're working your crowd. Maybe with the environmentalists, she says, those guys are Neanderthals or whatever. I don't like any of it, and I stand by that it's a profoundly stupid, and sure, it's an offensive comment. But the main point, again, that she's also making is there is a distinction here between basic action on climate or complete reversal. And sorry, that's the bottom line. But Nancy Pelosi's pointing a smart way there. Hopefully Hillary Clinton will learn from it.
Hey, it's Sam Seder. Why don't you subscribe to this channel? You can do so right over here. Subscribe.